Hey Fragcom, FreddieFragz back with a new review. Today's review is on the Designer House YSL's Body Kouros. Body Kouros. This is the box. Very simplistic. Has a cool little design on it, but nothing worth going gaga over. And this is the bottle. This is the current formulation bottle. I've had a different one in the past, but that's what you'll find in the stores now. Body Kouros was released in 2000 and was created by Anique Bernardo and is considered an oriental spicy fragrance. The top notes are incense, eucalyptus. The mid notes is clary sage, and the base is benzoin. Now, this was the fragrance before Fragcom in my life. If anybody has taken a minute to watch my first video, my Getting to Know Freddie video, it kind of explains what I'm about to say. I had at that time, my girlfriend, so now my ex-girlfriend, went to Paris, picked up this fragrance. It was back in 2000. It was before it was released here in the States. She brought me two fragrances back, Body Kouros and Chrome. Chrome I quickly dismissed. I didn't like, not that I didn't like it, it was okay, but I always liked to be different even before Fragcom. So I used to try to get fragrances that people within my age group or people around me wouldn't wear, or I never smelled on them. And this was just something that blew my mind because it was so different and it was warm. It wasn't just that bright citrus scent. So I wore it for years, bottle after bottle, and then I started finding them in discount bins and started clearing the shelves. I had 5 or 6 racked up in my closet, and when I finally ran out and started looking for it, I couldn't find them anymore. I didn't know what was going on. Figured out that it was discontinued, quote unquote discontinued, because that wasn't the case. But at that time, it said it was discontinued, and I couldn't find it anywhere but online. And when I did find it online, I ordered a couple bottles. From those couple bottles, I realized eventually, if it was this hard to get it this time, it's going to be harder to get once I finish with these bottles. So I started Googling best male fragrances, different things like that. I started Googling and came across Mark and Cubby and a few other reviewers, and started making this crazy list of fragrances I wanted to try out. So I started ordering samples and decants, and then I said, you know what, bargain bins, and I started picking up everything that they were saying. Pretty much how most of us have started our fragrance journey, at least on the designer side. Then, my fragrance journey evolved, but that's not this type of video. I was just giving you the basis of how this led me to Fragcom. This scent isn't too complex, but it is different, way different from anything else within the designer realm. The only thing that can come close to it, but it's not the same, is Lolita Lampica. It has a similar type. It's a similar type of scent, but it's a totally different fragrance within itself. And I promise you guys, you're gonna get compliments wearing this. I promise you. With all the years that I wore this, compliments up the wazoo. To this day, when certain people smell it, they say it reminds them of me. So I'll be that ex-boyfriend that your girl will smell when she smells this. But I think it's a great fragrance. Like I said, it's from the designer realm. It's different from everything else. I realize that most guys think that the scent is just okay or not their thing. But believe it or not, women think this scent is very sexy. It has a warm, alluring type of vibe to it. I've gotten many compliments, and again, it smells like nothing else. So it's rare to find anybody that's worn this outside of Fragcom, and therefore, not only will you be unique, you will smell very warming and alluring to the opposite sex. I wore the vintage version, like I was saying, for years, and at first there was a gap of time where I didn't wear this for a long time, and at first it was like, it didn't change. It was just a bottle, but wearing it and realizing that there is a difference. The original was stronger because I remember a few sprays used to last 24 hours on me. I used to put it on, go to work or whatever. I always take a bath before I go to bed, but there's times you come in, you're dead, you go on out, and you come home and you pass out, you wake up, and I still smell it. I remember having sweaters in my closet because they rubbed onto other sweaters that smelled like it without even putting it on. It didn't bother me because that was the only scent I was wearing. Nowadays, I still think this scent is good, but it doesn't blow my mind as it did back then. Only because I've gotten my nose on so many other fragrances that I had other things to compare it to. And on the niche side, they're so different in comparison to designers that, my craving for something different has been satisfied in so many other fragrances. So like I said, there is a difference from the original to the reform, but by just smelling it for the first time, you won't miss the old version because it still smells pretty good. It's close, it's not exact, and it performs decently. I don't think it performs nowhere close to the original, but it gives me about 6 to 8 hours on my skin, and only half of that is a bomb projection. But again, if you're looking for a signature scent for the warmer weather, for the cooler weather, I wouldn't wear this anymore in the cold weather. Back then I didn't know warm, cool weather, but the eucalyptus and the enzyme and the incense, so the eucalyptus and the benzoin and the incense kind of make it a little overbearing for the summer months, but a cool spring day, cool spring days, cool fall days in the winter, I think it'll do just fine. Well, I know it'll do just fine. I still think it does give a mature vibe, not so much a dated vibe, but a mature vibe. I don't think, like I was saying, most guys think it's okay. The younger dudes, I think y'all gonna just dismiss it altogether. I don't think this is a scent that young ladies, maybe in their teens or early 20s, will dig. But I was wearing it within my 20s and early 30s, and I think this does the job for mid-20s and up, I think, if you're looking for something different. So that's my opinion. Like I said, I've worn this for so long that I think I know the scent. It only took me this long to review it because I kind of dismissed it because, again, it was in my arsenal for so long. I don't need to review that. I don't need to review that. Not too many people are into the scent, so it wasn't really worth making the video. But I thought, I think it was time to just let go of the video and give you guys my take on the scent. Now, that's my take. Again, originally I would have rated this a 10 out of 10, but with my journey and the reformulation, I think right now I will probably give this a 7.5 out of 10. Just because I've put my nose on so many other things but I still think this is a good scent that can get the job done for guys in their early 20s, mid 20s. Looking for something different in the designer world. So that's my take on YSL's Body Kouros. Please take a moment to rate, comment, subscribe, share the video, tell a friend to come check out my channel. I appreciate everyone that takes time to see my videos, to comment and subscribe. All my subscribers, I appreciate you to the fullest. Till next time, peace and stay blessed.